All right. Hello and welcome back to another episode, number 11.
Uno.
What is it? 1 to D1 or 1D1 because you got like 22,
Yeah,
33, but
1D1.
1D1. Episode 1D1. I hope you all are doing well. And how are you doing, Elijah?
I'm alright. I got a bit of a stuffy nose that I've been dealing with the last couple of days, but I feel fine. It's just obnoxious because like one nostril will be blocked up, the other nostril will be
Oh,
completely fine.
one of those
Yeah.
ones.
Yup. So,
That's not very fun.
no, it is not. But I mean, I feel fine. I don't really
Could be
have it.
worse.
It could be a whole lot worse. I
Yeah.
agree. Yes. I could be sitting here, or I could be not here recording the podcast,
Yeah.
and that would be pretty bad.
That would be horrible.
Yes.
Because we have to get this out to our adoring fans.
Adoring fans.
Yes, yes. Highs and lows.
Highs and lows. Okay. I'll start with a high. Uh, I mean, weather been great this last week.
Dude.
I mean, it was rainy yesterday. Yesterday was kind of rainy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yesterday
yesterday was
was.
kind of rainy, but other than that, it's been amazing. Memorial Day was fun.
Yeah,
I
that
mean, we
was
were a little
great.
tired. I mean, you deservedly so. I did not sleep good that night.
Okay.
So I didn't sleep good. I felt a little more sick that day. So I was just kind of tired, but I think I rallied, and then we recorded another video, another GeoGuessr video.
Yeah, which will be soon to be out. It was quite a long one, and so I'm trying to cut it down quite a
Okay.
bit. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to get it down to half, but that is very difficult when we're talking basically the whole time. So
Okay.
trying to get that out to you, but
Yeah,
that's on Elijah and Aaron,
Aaron and Elijah.
or Aaron and Elijah.
Yeah, and we won't tell you what it is. It is a GeoGuessr video, but there's a
Yeah,
special theme.
special theme.
So we'll make you guys go check that out. Like Aaron said, Aaron and Elijah on YouTube. Subscribe. Watch the previous. We have like 2 or 3 videos out.
Yeah.
We'll try
Yep.
to do some more consistently because this last one we recorded, it was like weeks since the
Yeah.
other one came out.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, high Memorial Day was pretty fun. Low probably would be the stuffy nose. It's just
Okay.
no fun. Uh, yeah, kind of a basic one this week. What about you?
My high was finishing the Murph 7 to 9 minutes faster because I don't actually remember.
79 minutes faster?
79 minutes faster. Yeah.
No way, that's crazy.
7 to 9 minutes faster because I don't actually remember what my time was to begin with. It was a 52 or 54 minute, but
Oh,
I
when you
got
did
it.
your first one?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I got it down to 45:04. So
Nice.
I was pretty happy with that. And not only was I able to do that, 2 days later, I was up in some cottonwoods sending some massive tops, which was super fun. Yeah, which was the first time in a bit that I had climbed. And yeah, it was actually very interesting because I had to make it in between this van and our truck. So I actually had like aim with no rope in the top of it, so I had no like assisting powers. And it was just free tree. So it was pretty fun. And didn't hit anything. So
That is good.
that is my high.
That is a pretty good pretty good goal to have.
Yeah. And then I mean I don't really have a low.
Okay,
I
that's
yeah.
probably good.
Maybe just being sore, but I feel like that's a pretty good feeling.
Yeah,
Better than a stuffy nose.
for sure.
But throughout the week, I was kind of looking at. I want to stop drinking energy drinks.
I love energy drinks.
I know they're so
Okay.
good.
Okay, last Sunday, I don't know if you knew this.
Mm-hmm.
So our pastor was talking about how like you can't sustain yourself just on energy drinks. Like you need some
Yeah.
actual substance. And he was relating that to Bible and whatever.
Okay.
There is a Coca-Cola factory in Arlington,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you know factory. Um, Apparently they have a vending machine where you can get Coke cans for like 50 cents and you can get energy drinks for like $1.
Oh dang.
So
Are you gonna be visiting? You're gonna be a regular
I will be
customer.
frequenting. I think I will be frequenting that place pretty often.
Are they white monsters?
I don't know. I haven't been there yet.
Okay, because that is the
That is the
number
pinnacle
one
of energy drinks. We need to do that.
goaded.
We need to do blind ranking energy drinks
Yeah,
because
that's
we've
true.
been through a
I
lot of
I
energy drinks.
I mean, yes, I have been, but like I haven't actually had that many. Like I've tried a few. I actually am interested. We should do some blind ranking of the
I got it.
what?
We get all the like different flavors
Hmm.
from the nearest store, line them up, we taste test,
Yeah,
and then we have a
and
ranking in front of us.
yeah, I think just a solid no blind ranking, just solid
Just
ranking.
like
Yeah, because I
one.
want to try the Monster coffee, but I feel like it's just not gonna be good.
I don't really like coffee,
Oh,
so I've never had it.
okay. Yeah,
And
I haven't
also
I haven't had
because
it either.
if I'm like, oh, what monster do I want? No, why? I want a white monster.
Yeah, and there's a lot of new energy drinks coming out that
Yeah,
seem pretty good.
yeah.
I don't know.
I used to be a big
Yeah,
big rain guy,
yeah.
and
Except
then
for the absolute 300 milligrams of caffeine that they just shove into those cans, did not do well with me and my. I don't know. If, it's not really my heart, but I like get bloodshot eyes. I don't know if you remember
yeah,
me getting bloodshot eyes and get like itchy all over. Like the blood was just pumping through me. I mean, it felt good, but it was also not very good for you.
yeah. There are a couple energy drinks that I do want to try. Like I want to try Celsius because I
Oh,
haven't
okay.
actually had a
Yeah. I
Celsius yet, and
me neither.
it's a pretty popular energy drink now.
Yeah.
Celsius. Uh, I've had the Ghost energy drinks. They're like the yellow ones,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't really like those ones.
Yeah,
They're not very
I had
good.
a sip of one and it was like it was just super sweet and I just didn't
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. And they've got like candy flavored ones, which is
yeah, it's weird.
it's like
C
they're really
four
playing into that
C4 is
sweetness.
all right. I don't mind C4.
Okay. I
Uh,
yeah.
but my favorite is definitely White Monster or really any kind of rain. I like the rain.
Okay. Yeah.
Bang. Can't remember the last time I had a Bang.
I have not had Bang.
You've not had Bang?
No.
It's another very like sugary. Like
Okay.
really, I mean, it's got a lot of caffeine, but it's also just a lot of sugar.
Yeah. If we do the taste testing, we're gonna
We can only do like one sip. We can only do
yeah.
like one sip.
Or else we're gonna be
Or
absolutely
or we have a segment at the end where it's like, okay, most push-ups now, go. Losers
yeah,
to do a
yeah.
forfeit.
Oh, I'm winning that one. But yeah, so I've just been trying to find alternatives because I mean, I love energy drinks and they taste great. They keep me going, especially like the L-carnitine in the White Monster. It's it basically
It's an amino acid.
yeah,
Yep.
but it instead of you getting like a whole bunch of energy at the beginning and then it slowly tapers off, it keeps a level,
Right.
but it's just low
And that's
and
one of the
just
reasons
steady,
why
and
I
that's why I
don't.
like it.
That's one of the reasons why I don't like coffee. Because when I drink it, I get super like not really. I don't really feel energized. I just feel jittery for the first like 30, 45 minutes. Then after that, I just feel like kind of like drained. So
Yeah,
I don't really drink coffee, and
that's
I
true.
don't mind the flavor. So I'll occasionally have decaf, but it's been such a long time since I've drank any kind of
Yeah.
coffee.
I do really like the taste
Of
of
coffee,
coffee. Yeah. I
some
don't know. It's
people
just
just
like a
like the
very,
taste.
very refined. I don't know.
I I don't mind it, but I would never really choose to drink it.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, just searching for alternatives, and I came across this one, which I haven't. I'm not like completely into yet. I don't really know
How many have you
exactly
had?
what to think. I've had two, um, this morning and this afternoon. Uh, but it's a nootropic pouch, basically. So it's
So it's like if people know what Zins are, it's like a Zin,
yeah. So you just stick it in
but there's
your
no
lip.
nicotine,
Yeah.
no addictive chemicals. It's
No.
just the same method of delivery.
Yes. And like this one, there's a bunch of different kinds, but this one supports memory, focus, and calm. Um, but it's got, I don't know, I thought I saw like 60 milligrams of caffeine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's,
And I saw the other stuff that you were showing me. The L-tyrosine, or
Yeah.
and then GABA, and
Yeah. It might
also.
not. It might not actually have caffeine. I think it. I don't know. Actually, no.
But this is my first time trying one.
If I can get
He
it
was like, he
open.
was before, and he was like, "You want to try one on the podcast?" I was like, "You know what? Sure, why not?"
Ow! That bent my fingernail. Okay, at least I got it somewhat open, so now I can kind of make my way around. Do you have any other highs and lows while we're
Uh,
really trying to get this thing open?
well, one of the reasons why I know what GABA stands for,
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's gamma amino butyric acid. It just kind of like helps calm your brain. It's what's
Oh
called
okay.
an inhibitor. So basically, your body, like the way it communicates is through the hormones and the nervous system,
Mm-hmm.
and the nervous system involves neurotransmitters, and so like you can take things that will make the neurotransmitters fire faster or make it fire slower, and then those will give certain effects in your body. So what GABA does is it slows down the speed of the neurotransmitters, or basically it uh slows down, or just like it stops basically the flow of neurotransmitters. It doesn't completely stop it, but it slows it down so that it makes you more relaxed.
Okay.
So it's called an inhibitor, and then the opposite are called stimulants.
Okay. Well,
So,
just smell that, and then you
ooh,
can
wow,
stick one
very
in.
minty.
Stick one in your gob. I don't know if I'm gonna have another one because
I'll let the people smell it too.
yeah.
I'm holding it up to the mic so you guys can smell it. Okay. You want to have one too? Well, if
Um,
this if this is supposed to help memory and focus,
we should
I should
just
do pretty good on the trivia here.
true. Yeah.
All right, going for a little rip here. Yeah, we're gonna talk kind of funny because we got something in our lips for the rest
Yeah.
of the time. Might not have been the best idea. I just realized, but yeah,
We
we
can, we
are.
can we can stick on this thing when we're done.
Oh yeah, the used wax strip
From last
from
time,
last week.
you better watch that episode though.
Yeah, you guys need to go check that out. I mean,
Yeah.
initial thoughts, it kind of tingles.
Yeah.
Gives me a little tingly in my finglies, not my finglies, my gummies. But you've had two of these.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel a difference?
A little bit. Yeah. I always switch cheeks right at the beginning
Okay,
because it just like I don't know, it gets that area dry, and
right.
then you get the flavor back. But, but
I see what you mean.
yeah, it's and then you kind of yeah, I don't know.
Let me see the ingredients again.
Yeah.
I'll read it out for the people. So, uh, alpha GPC, and I don't know exactly what that is. L-tyrosine, or tyrosine, however you pronounce that, which is again an amino acid. Which when I looked it up, it says it supports kind of same thing. It like calms down your brain. And then GABA, and then you have stevia, potassium, vegetable glycerin, salt, and silicone dioxide. That's just the other ingredients.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought it would be
Place one
maybe
pouch between cheek and gum for at least 20 minutes. For at least 20 minutes. So we got a
okay.
little while.
We do to feel the full effect of
Yeah.
these things.
So if this podcast like either really sucks or really does well, we probably know why.
Yeah, either we're wired or we're completely focused.
Mm-hmm.
We're super jittery or we're right on. Um, we already had one in. I'm just gonna take that.
I'm gonna keep it in because I want to do well here on the
All
trivia
right.
that's coming up.
All right. Speaking of trivia,
Are we getting right into it?
might as well just
Okay.
get right into it. I kind of made up some of my own questions, and then I've got some other ones.
Okay.
I didn't make them up. Yeah, I just made history, and then
Oh, I see. You created your own questions.
yes. But the first question, do you know what country radar was developed in, or first invented?
Invented.
Yeah.
I know England used it a lot in World War II, and that was kind of one of their main successes, specifically in uh, the Battle for Britain, because they were able to to realize that the German air fleets were coming over. They were able to send their guys to go intercept them. I don't really know. I'm gonna guess Britain or UK or England, just because like I don't really know any other countries that would.
Yeah, well, you would be
It
correct.
is.
Yeah, it was developed in Great Britain by, I think his name is pretty funny, Robert Watson Watt Wilkins.
Wait, Watson Watt Wilkins?
Yeah, Robert Watson Watt Wilkins.
Is that a middle name included?
The middle name is Watson Watt, which
Watson
is
Watt, one word.
yeah. Well, it's
Interesting.
hyphenated.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Robert Watson Watt Wilkins. Well,
Um,
thank you, Robert Watson Watt Wilkins, for the
yep,
radar.
yep. Just in time for the Battle of Britain, and that's what saved them
Yeah.
because it was. I mean, we were watching a documentary, and like the girls that had to figure out where to put
Right.
what in the squares on the map and where everything was located, what was their plan, what they thought the Germans' plan was.
Yeah.
It was really cool to like how much they had to analyze, I
We
guess.
actually we talked about that on our last like not episode, but last podcast
Yeah,
that we created,
we did.
which I listened to one of the episodes. It sounds so bad
Probably.
compared to this because
Yeah.
I was talking with my AirPods and I never listened to it when we recorded it, and I listened to it like a couple weeks ago.
Actually, I don't think I did either. I edited it when it happened, but yeah, that'd be interesting to go back and listen
We
to
should
it.
do that. We should do a live reaction.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's still on Spotify because I was able to find it. It's not anywhere else, but it is on Spotify. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another interesting, I don't know, fact.
Okay.
Um, I guess I should just ask, how big do you think was the first ever hard drive?
First ever hard drive.
Yes, it was invented, or not really invented, but I don't know, produced by IBM.
Okay. My guess is it's going to be pretty big because I know the first computer was massive. Like it was the size of a room.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh, so my guess is if you have a hard drive for that, I'm gonna go like the size of a standard like wardrobe or like a dresser.
Yeah. You are pretty much
Really?
smack on because it was I guess described as refrigerator size.
Okay. How
Um,
much storage did it have? Do you know?
I don't actually know
Because
how
that'd be
much
interesting
storage.
because we have a flash drive that has 500 gigabytes
Yeah,
of storage, and you can get one that has a terabyte of storage, and it's still the same flash drive.
and it's yeah,
So I'm wondering like you get a refrigerator for 8 gigabytes or something.
yeah. So it was a ton.
That's how much
Yeah,
it weighed.
2,000 pounds. Um, and it was called the IBM 305 Remac or Ramac.
Okay.
And basically it was like this refrigerator sized box
Right.
that had magnetic transmitters in it
Okay.
to where an arm would like go find a piece of it wasn't a piece, it was a disc,
Okay.
and it would take it and like move it to another section to where it was then that uh, that information was then transmitted to the computer through a wire. So it was very.
That is very tedious.
So I don't know how much like each disc had,
Right.
but it was an arm that just like moved it, or I don't know. It said something about that. But
That's
yeah,
crazy. And then they were able to shrink that down.
to an
And now they just have a little
absolute
tiny arm.
yeah, yeah, not a tiny arm. I think they just made the disc bigger, so you
Right.
just plug in one disc. But yeah, so that was 1956.
That was the first hard drive. Was 1956.
Yep.
I wasn't even born then.
Wow, that's crazy. um,
That's only 70 years ago.
that's true.
That's crazy that we
That
went
is
from that
crazy.
to what we know now as for storage.
Yeah. And then That's funny because I don't even have a question attached to this. Maybe I'll come up with a question. I just thought it was cool. But the 2 years later, 2 years after the first hard drive was made, was when the first jet airliner was then used for the public. So
Oh,
commercial jet airliner, and that was the, I guess, would you know the,
the make and model of the airplane?
yes.
Probably not.
Okay.
Uh,
Is Boeing?
okay, I was going to go either Boeing or Airbus, but
Okay.
it's Boeing.
Yes. I guess I was asking for the numbers, but
717.
oh 07.
Oh, seven.
707 120
Okay.
was the first commercial jet airliner.
How many people could it hold?
181.
Okay.
181 passengers, and its cruising speed was 600 miles an hour
Ooh,
and could go up to 5,280 miles on one tank.
that's exactly a mile. Excuse me. 5,280 feet in a mile.
Yeah.
And there's 5,280 miles in
So
a lot of feet.
that is a lot of feet.
Don't get me started on a lot of feet. Oh boy. Oh, next question.
All right. Now we move on to the what happened next
Okay.
portion. So the signing of the Magna Carta was 1215.
Okay.
After King John of England signed the Magna Carta, what was the next significant outcome? And this is multiple choice if you want it.
The next significant outcome of the Magna Carta.
Yes.
Give me the multiple choice.
So you've got the start of the Hundred Years' War,
Okay.
the end of the Crusades,
Okay.
the beginning of the English Civil War, or the establishment of Parliament.
Okay. So 100 Years' War, end of the Crusades, England Civil War, or Parliament.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think it's the 100 Years' War. Uh, we learned a history song about this. The 100 Years' War. No, that's a 7 Years' War. But the 100 Years' War, that's when you had like Black Death. Okay. Start of end of the Crusades. I think the Crusades were, oh well, Richard the Lionhearted, his brother King John.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Richard the Lionhearted went on the Crusades. Start of England's Parliament. I mean, I can see that because the Magna Carta was like their constitution. So
Yeah.
it set up their government. So I can see the Parliament setting up. And then the other one, oh, England Civil War.
Yeah.
I That might be true, but I don't know anything. So I'm going to go between uh, England's Parliament and the end of the Crusades. And what makes them because I don't think the signing of the Magna Carta led to the end of the Crusades. So my guess is it's going to lead to the start of England's Parliament.
Yes, you would be correct.
Come on.
The alpha is
Oh
surging
yeah.
through your veins right now. Um, the fall of the Berlin Wall,
Okay.
1989. Following the fall of the Berlin Wall, what was the next major political event in Germany? A. Germany's reunification. B. The establishment of a new currency. C. The formation of the European Union. Or D. The election of Germany's first female chancellor.
First female chancellor, new currency, reunification of Germany, or
So you've got a little bit of fluff there.
EU.
Yes.
I don't think because I'm thinking the same thing. Like I know the question wasn't phrased this way, so I might be off on this, but I don't think the Berlin Wall led to the EU or led to the first female chancellor. I mean that actually could be possible, but because I had family on both sides of the wall
Oh,
in
wow.
Germany. Yeah, so my mom's mom was on the west side,
Okay.
and then
The good side.
yeah, the good side, and then her family, her like cousins, I believe, were on the east side.
Oh, wow. So they got separated
Yep. So
when the
basically,
wall went up.
or actually,
Was there any?
oh, actually, okay, I might have been getting this wrong. Uh, I think her family actually like got out of Eastern Europe or Eastern Germany just before the wall
Oh,
went up.
okay.
So either she had family in there, or her family had just gotten out, or maybe both is true. Maybe some got out, some left. But I know that like they had a pretty vested interest in the Berlin Wall. Uh, and so I'm gonna go the reunification of Germany because that's what the wall was doing, was just separating Germany. So
Yeah.
it's the reunification of
Yep.
Germany. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Did you
That
know?
does make sense.
It's a soccer thing,
What?
but
Oh,
it,
that doesn't matter. We're on a new.
in
We're on
the
a
in
new.
the World Cup, I don't know which World Cup that would have been, but they had two different German teams,
Oh yeah.
West and East Germany.
Yeah.
So Germany
I
has
don't remember that,
Germany has
but
won only 3 World Cups as a unified country because one of the World Cups they won, I think West Germany won.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen the anti-gambling ad that they put up for the 2014 World Cup? And it was like these kids sitting at the park, and it was like, uh,
Oh,
"Who do you want to win the World Cup?" And it's like, "Oh, my family is Spanish, so I want Spain to win."
right.
Oh, my family's Brazilian, so I want the Brazils to win. And then this Japanese kid was like, um, I want Germany to win because my dad bet my savings on it. And then they went
And then
and
they
won the
win.
World Cup. So that worked out well for them, I guess. Um, the Boston Tea Party. I don't know. What are you looking at?
I'm just trying to fact check myself on the West versus East Germany
Oh,
soccer
okay.
team.
I will.
You can ask. I can multitask.
Yeah, because you're crazy like that.
No, it's the pouch.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Focus. Um, the Boston Tea Party. What was the immediate consequence of the Boston Tea Party? The Revolutionary War officially began.
Okay.
The repeal of the Stamp Act. The intolerable acts were passed. The Declaration of Independence was drafted.
Okay. Declaration, intolerable acts, the war starting, or the revolution officially starting, and
The Stamp Act. The repeal of the Stamp Act.
I didn't know this one. So, uh, intolerable acts were basically it was like a kind of like a petition or a letter or something that the colonials then kind of the ones that were starting the revolution period, or at least so the revolution when it started, the American Revolution, they did not start wanting to separate from England. They started wanting to reform a lot of what England was doing to them. As the war progressed and they realized how tyrannical England was,
Mm-hmm.
that's when they wanted to separate. They first started out just wanting to change some things. Uh, intolerable acts, what those are basically just a list of things that they were like, these are intolerable. And a lot of it had to do with taxes. A lot of it had to do with like how the British soldiers were treating the Americans. Well, I guess they weren't really Americans then, the colonials.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's intolerable acts. The revolution did not officially start with that. The revolution officially started at Lexington and Concord, uh, and then that's where you hear the shot heard around the world. Uh, and then uh, give me it's Stamp Act, and what's the other one?
So the repeal of the Stamp Act, and then the I don't remember which ones you said. The Declaration of Independence was drafted. Do you want to talk about
That's
that?
not true,
Yeah,
because
that was
1776.
yes.
That was well into the war, so Stamp Act repealed. Is that correct?
Is not.
Is it intolerable acts?
Yes.
Dang it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that does make sense.
because the Stamp Act, that was
That was basically Britain was taxing anything that could be stamped. So paper,
oh yeah.
money, like basically anything that could be stamped. They were it was a tax on it. Okay, read about the intolerable acts because I was wrong, obviously. So tell the people I was wrong. Do you know?
Oh, sorry. What are
Do
you
you have
asking?
any information about the intolerable acts?
Um, I was gonna look that up. Intol.
Because I listened to a podcast all about the American history. I was wrong. Okay,
Um,
it was laws. It was laws passed by the British. Like it was an action against. They were like, okay, you did this to our tea. This is what we're gonna do. The colonials then called those the intolerable acts, and that's kind of what sparked.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So the intolerable acts, the four of them were the Boston Port Act. So they closed Boston Harbor. The Massachusetts Government Act. So they replaced the local government with their own government. They they allowed like British soldiers that were charged with capital offenses, so they should have been put to death, to be tried outside of Massachusetts. So basically, they they were not going to be tried in the district that they should have been tried for.
Okay.
And then the Quartering Act, uh, the British troops could basically just live in people's homes.
Oh, yeah.
And then those were known as the intolerable acts. And I believe that was one of the sparkers for the Boston massacre. Wasn't a massacre, but it's what we know it today. But I believe that's one of the sparkers for the Boston massacre, and then uh, that led to more and more distrust, and then eventually Lexington conquered. Well, that's a
Yeah.
bummer because
Sorry.
I really like American history and listen to whole
Yeah.
podcasts about that. But
Yeah. You talk about that a lot,
I
and I
do.
I enjoy listening to your rants.
I'll appreciate
um,
it.
yeah. Uh, I mean, you're close.
uh,
Kind of.
well, I kind of like said the
Because,
exact opposite answer. I was like, it's definitely not the intolerable acts for blah 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 blah, and then
but you also, the Stamp Act was just later. The repeal of the
it
Stamp Act.
was okay.
I think so. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, because on this podcast, I noticed that like I say a lot of statements that like oh this is true, and then
I know.
I'll be
Don't.
listening to it and I'll be like, what if that actually isn't? What if I've been misinformed? So if I say something that you guys know like is is not true, uh, please tell me because I would want to know that what I'm saying is true.
Yeah. Or that you hear something and you think, oh, I don't know if that's completely correct or whatever.
Fact check me.
Yeah.
I
Fact
just
check
fact
us.
that's why I was trying to fact check myself with the West versus East Germany thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so I didn't get super far. There were two soccer teams. I don't know if both of them competed in the World Cup, and I'm almost positive that one of them did win the World Cup.
Okay.
Yes.
Um, question numero cuatro.
Okay. That means four for all of you who speak French.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I was like, wait, French. I don't actually know foreign French. What is it? Is
I
it
can count to three.
I know. Un, deux, trois.
Un, deux, trois. Four.
Just four.
Speaking of German, I'm going to butcher this, but eins, zwei, drei, and then it's vier.
Oh.
But it's like the R's are more in the back of their throat, like vier. I can't.
Three.
That sounded French.
Yeah, true. Well, the sinking of the Titanic.
Okay.
What was the next major action taken after the Titanic sank?
Uh, uh, Leonardo DiCaprio died.
Correct.
Okay.
Next question.
I actually haven't seen that movie.
Me neither.
I've only known it because it's such a popular movie.
Yeah.
And there's a whole thing. Oh, he could have fit on the door. He could have fit on the door.
Yeah.
Haven't
I don't think
don't
so.
actually know what you guys are talking about. But
Yeah.
apparently, whatever Rose should have let Leo. I don't know his character's name on the door because he would have survived.
Yeah.
All right. Give me the answer. The options.
The creation of new safety regulations,
That makes sense.
the start of the First World War.
That. I mean, it's possible timeline wise. I think. Well, actually, okay. Continue.
The enactment of the Lifeboat Act, or the establishment of the International Ice Patrol.
So I'm gonna take the First World War off the table because I don't think because the sinking of the Lusitania was what sent America into the war because that was when the German had U-boats. They sunk an American passenger ship that they thought was an American like cargo ship,
Oh,
sending
okay, yeah.
supplies to
Yeah.
the European enemies of Germany. They sunk it, and then we were like, "All right, I've had it. Send in the Doughboys." That's our nickname in the World War One was the Doughboys.
Oh,
Yeah.
very
After
cool.
that, they had a little more respect for the Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so World War One's off the table. Now we have Ice Patrol, which seems I don't. I've never heard of that. It could be a thing. I've never heard of that.
Okay.
Then we have Lifeboat Act
Yes.
and just more safety precautions.
Yeah. New safety regulations.
I'm gonna say that new safety regulations, I mean that sounds like a good answer, but every other answer before has been like a definitive thing. That
Yeah.
seems kind of like a vague, abstract, like oh they just did better.
Hmm.
There's a thing you could say that after every international tragedy, or hopefully after every tragedy, you can say oh they made the changes. So, Lifeboat Act or the Ice Patrol. And I know that one of the main like tragedies of the Titanic was the severe lack of lifeboats compared to the number of passengers. So I'm going to say that one.
Okay. I mean, it was 50-50.
Oh, it was the
It
Ice
was,
Patrol.
yeah, it was the International
Really?
Ice
Is
Patrol.
that still a thing? Do you know?
Um, Let me just do a quick Google because I didn't.
Because I've never heard of that. I mean, it makes sense. Like you would want to have people at least alert to, hey, there's ice right here.
Yeah. Um, so the International Ice Patrol is an organization with the purpose of monitoring the presence of icebergs. That
That makes
makes sense.
sense.
Um, in mostly in the Atlantic and Arctic Oceans.
That also makes sense.
Yep. Um, I don't know.
But you don't. Do you know if it's still a
I
thing?
um
Because I would imagine, like, I know there's ice breakers, like the ships that just like drive through the ice and break it up. But I believe most modern ships today have plenty of capability to
yeah,
identify ice.
or enough armor.
Oh yeah, if they do get hit,
Yeah,
it's much less of a thing
yeah.
than if the Titanic got hit.
Titanic was a weak individual.
Well, they
Um,
said it was unsinkable.
yeah.
That was one of the things.
It doesn't say about the end of it, so I'm guessing it's still a thing, but I don't know how much of a necessity it is anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. There's not actually that much information on it. I don't know.
interesting.
I'll have to do some more digging with that one.
So they just go and they're like, oh hey, ice.
I think they just map out the ice.
It's like an up. Where like point. There's like ice.
Oh, the
Have you,
dog.
have you seen Up?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
is the
dog. He's like
dog.
point
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. I think that should just be.
I hid
Uh,
underneath your porch because I love you. It's also what he says because he hides underneath the old man's porch
yeah.
because he loves him.
I'm glad you had to explain that one. um, the launch of Sputnik
Good old Sputnik.
um, was the immediate response of the United States to the launch of Sputnik?
They put a man on the moon.
I mean, yes.
What are the options?
The options: the creation of NASA,
Okay.
the signing of a space treaty, the start of the Apollo program, or the development of the space shuttle.
Uh. Okay. So I know like USA and Russia were locked in the space race. They were all pretty disappointed when Russia was the first to put a man in space because they had put unmanned objects in space,
Yeah.
but Russia was the first to put a man in space. So my guess is I'm pretty sure this is true, but that they were like, oh, well, Russia put a man in space. How do we up that? Put a man on the moon. So my guess is the Apollo uh, program.
It was actually the creation of NASA,
Okay,
but because the Russians sent it up,
right.
then um, the U.S. didn't actually have an official
Program.
program for
Oh,
space
okay.
at that point. It was just kind of a thing that they were thinking about, and then that launched the founding of NASA, and then eventually down the line,
Do you know what?
Apollos.
Do you know
But
what NASA stands for?
National Association of Space Aerobics.
Close. It's National Aeronautics and Space. Is it administration or agency? Okay, it's administration. I
Okay.
thought it was agency.
Okay. Aerobics.
Space
Aerobics is
aerobics?
better. Yeah.
I mean,
Sort of. What they're the only thing that they're doing now is aerobics
aerobics. I
up
don't
in
think it's the
space.
only thing they're doing.
No,
I
we
think
gotta
they're
give them
doing
a
other
little
things.
bit more credit. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But so the answer was NASA.
Yep. Yep.
Really?
Um.
So before Russia put a man, they were just like a bunch of separate groups doing it. Hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting. That probably
Yeah.
didn't help.
Probably not. Um. I think it's. I mean, I don't really follow NASA that closely or really at all, but I mean, space really interests me. I don't like. I wouldn't really want to go up there, but I'm glad for people that want to and do.
You wouldn't want to go to space? Because you
Not
can
really.
now. You can pay a crap ton of money and can go to space.
Yeah,
If
I
you
don't.
had that money like at your disposal, would you go?
I don't think so.
Really?
I mean,
Because one of the twins from Dude Perfect, he went.
oh really?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
they went a couple years ago.
yeah. I think was that on a bucket list
Yeah, it was one of their bucket
episode.
list things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Those are cool. And I maybe I would.
If I had like at my disposal that kind of money, I would go. 100% I would go.
Okay. Would you want to? Um, I guess for how much money would it be to just go up to space, and how much money would it be to like walk on Mars?
Ooh.
Because that price difference, because I don't know, I just don't really, I don't know if I want to go up there just to be up there. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know, man. I haven't really thought like that much about it.
because you're only up there, I think, for like 4 minutes,
Yeah,
and then you come back down. So it's not a super long time.
Katy Perry was up there and she didn't even look out the window.
Yeah, we
So
don't talk about Katy
yeah,
Perry. But like, do you know how cool it'd be to be like, oh yeah, I've been in space. Like
yeah,
even if the experience up there wasn't like all it was cracked up to be, you could still say I went to space, and people would be like, holy crap,
yeah.
no way.
That's true. I think feeling zero gravity would be
That well, I mean,
pretty
you can
amazing.
do that in our atmosphere.
True.
You just get in the airplane and they go however fast at whatever angle, and you can float for a couple minutes.
Yeah,
It's technically zero gravity, but you're not actually in space.
yeah. Hmm.
I would do it. If I
You
had the
would do
money,
it?
I would
Okay.
definitely do it. If I
Yeah.
had even more money and it was an option, I would go to Mars. Like
Yeah. That I would if I had the option to, like that would be something I would
that would be unreal
yeah,
to be on Mars.
that would be crazy. I mean even the moon. I mean
Yeah, but that's kind of old news.
there's not too much
Neil already
more
took
to
that.
yeah. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Indeed.
Beautiful. The words of a legend. Um more history today. Do you have any do you have a history article or news for today?
Oh, yeah, I do. I mean, it's not history, but
Okay, sorry. Mine was history, so I was on that mind track. Um,
I do really like history though. I like on these ones I like sharing things that happened not too long ago. It
yeah, I
feels
know.
more real,
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know. I like coming up with interesting, more historical things.
Yeah.
I don't know, but do what you like.
Got
Do what
crappy
you
internet
like
back
what you
here, so
do.
it's not loading.
Yeah, I know. We should get the internet back here.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So this is from Fox News,
Okay.
and this is published April 8th, 2025. So a week after April Fools. So this is a real headline. Fried chicken flavored toothpaste sells out shortly after it's introduced.
That's disgusting.
So KFC recently introduced a fried chicken flavored toothpaste. The flavors are inspired by all of KFC's 11 herbs and spices, according to a news release. Like biting into a hot, juicy piece of KFC original recipe chicken, this toothpaste is irresistible, coating your teeth in flavor before leaving your mouth feeling fresh and clean.
I
Uh,
don't think that would make me feel fresh and clean.
so the toothpaste was offered exclusively for $13, and it sold out on Tuesday morning, which April 8th was I think it was a Monday. April 8th was a Tuesday. It released and got sold,
In one day.
pretty much.
Dang. That
Oh,
is.
no, okay, sorry. The article came out April 8th. The toothpaste came out 2 days before, so sold out in 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
You can
don't.
also get a KFC electric toothbrush for $59.
How fast did those sell out?
I don't know. I don't think it says you can still get them, so I don't
Oh,
think they
okay.
sold
So they
out.
haven't sold out. That is. I don't even know what to think about that because what would that even
We
taste
can
like?
get some for like $60 on eBay.
Let's test it
Try
on
it.
the podcast where we
Yeah.
just squeeze it into each other's mouths.
And then brush each other's teeth with our toes.
What? I don't like that one. Um, yeah, I don't. I mean, I kind of want to try it, but then I also would have to brush my teeth afterwards with
Yeah.
regular
Well, I mean,
toothpaste.
I know that Prime, the hydration drink, they had like an April Fool's KFC flavored Prime,
Oh yeah,
but this is for real a KFC flavored toothpaste. That'd be really interesting because like I think mint has a real stranglehold on the
yeah,
toothpaste community. Like really, once you get past the mint, it all just tastes kind of poopy.
yeah.
We
I
used,
think it's
have you ever made your own toothpaste?
like out of baking soda.
Baking soda, you use like essential oils, I think, like some mint.
Yeah, we just use baking soda.
That's it, no flavors.
Yeah, you just put water, put it in the baking soda, and then brush.
That cannot taste good.
It's pretty salty, or
Yeah.
like yeah, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah, we used to make our own toothpaste, and so when we got a real thing of toothpaste, we were like, "Whoa, what
What?
is this?
No way.
What is this?"
That's funny.
We felt pretty cool at that moment. We're like, "Yeah, no, don't mind us. We just got real toothpaste over here. Please, no pictures."
No. Um,
All right, what's your story?
my story. Um, my story is with the Norwich Canary, or the Norwich Canary,
Yeah.
if you're real.
Norwich is a soccer team. They have a crest that is a canary on the top right, and they
Okay.
have a
Whoa,
soccer
whoa,
ball in the top
whoa.
left. And Josh Sargent, an American player who's been one of the best players in the championship, the league that Norwich plays in, he plays for Norwich. He's been really good. Fiery red curly hair, American, but he does not do well when he comes to the American national team. It's so annoying because he does so well when he plays for Norwich, but not as well when he plays for the national
Yeah.
team. All right,
Is
continue.
he the big, shorter guy? I don't know. He's like.
I think he's like 6 foot.
Oh, okay. So he's
He's
not who I'm
skinny.
thinking of.
He's skinny.
I don't know. I was watching. I think it's like 7 years ago now. I was following Norwich.
Okay.
Um, but yes, they have the canary on their
Yep.
crest. And they have the canary on their crest because basically the Dutch people, when they came over to the UK,
Hmm.
they brought canaries with them, and they were called the strangers
Okay.
when they came over because they didn't speak their language, and
Right.
they were just kind of weird with their wooden clogs. um, so loud on the cobbled streets. What are you doing? Um, and they brought the Canaries over with them, and then so Norwich is a high producer, and they spin wool
Okay.
and just create a bunch of cloth from that wool. This was the 1500s, I want to say.
Okay.
Um, and they brought the Canaries over, and they would bring them to the wool factories, and as the ta-tung, ta-tung, ta-tung,
Tung
ta-tung.
tung 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 tung
No,
sahur.
no, not that.
Oh, okay.
The ta-tung of the wool spinners were going. The Canaries would try and compete with it, and instead of competing, it actually made a song. And so to entertain the workers as they were working, they would bring canaries in, and they
Interesting.
would sing while the beat of the spinners were going.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now,
So that's why
when does Josh Sargent come into this?
they were actually they would put his head in the spinner, and they were using his fast growing hair to
Oh, I don't know if it's fast growing.
it's just fiery.
It's fiery
It's
and red
fiery.
and curly.
Fire grows fast.
I guess so.
That is actually interesting because um we I forget what there's 5 rules of being an organism, I think.
Okay.
Um and like I just remember one of them being like you have to reproduce. And fire reproduces itself.
Uh huh.
It breathes because it takes in air. It I forget what the other 3 rules were. But basically there's only one rule that it kind of didn't follow, but fire could be almost considered an organism.
I think the one rule is like it doesn't have a cell
Oh, yeah, probably.
because you have unicellular organisms.
But it doesn't
That
have
it's
any
just
cells.
one cell, but you can have it is still considered an organism because it's just one cell. Those are called either eukaryotes or prokaryotes. One is
Oh, those sound that sounds very familiar.
we learn about in biology.
Yeah.
You,
I'm trying to remember, but yeah, that sounds
one
familiar.
is only one cell, and then the rest is every other thing that isn't just one cell.
Oh, okay.
I think it's eukaryotes that are one, and then prokaryotes are all the rest. So where
The
I
professional ones.
I guess that's a way of thinking it. Let me just fact check myself here.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was always
Oh, I
just
was wrong.
interesting to me.
Prokaryotes. Oh no, I was actually wrong with even the definition.
Oh no. How could you
Oh,
ever be?
it's the pouch. It's taking over my mind. Prokaryotes, they lack a nucleus.
Oh, okay.
So all your cells in your body,
Have the center.
yeah,
The center
the
of a
nucleus.
man is his nucleus.
Like, yeah, go with that.
That's from Nacho Libre.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I only seen that movie once.
Oh, yeah. He's just like
Summon your eagle powers. What do you think I'm doing? I hated that scene
that.
so
Oh,
much
the when he eats the
when he
egg.
eats the egg.
Yeah, that is disgusting. But had to happen.
Okay,
Spiritual powers.
so this is an example when I was wrong with the fact. But prokaryotes they do not have a nucleus. They're
Yes.
just like their cell parts are just scattered around. And then eukaryotes do have a nucleus.
Oh, okay.
They're membrane bound organelles.
Gotcha.
So, oh, pretty bummer right there.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Well,
Fire. Oh yeah.
yes,
Oh
we were talking
yeah.
about the
Do you have anything else with that story? Just
no.
okay.
That's it. Um, I've got one more thing. And that is tomorrow we're going to Vancouver.
As of recording this tomorrow.
True.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I could put it out tonight, but I don't think I will. I don't think I will. But we are hoping to get out a vlog of some sort, a video of our time there. And so this is more of a
Be on the lookout
yes, be on the lookout.
for our GeoGuessr video, and then for our Vancouver video.
Yes, as well as it's more of a trying to think. It is escaping me.
Don't let it escape. Catch it. Bring it down.
Nope, it's gone.
Tie it down and tickle its toes.
You are obsessed with toes today. Okay, we might have to cut that noise out or bleep it or something. Um, yeah, it escaped me. And that is it for today.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Uh, we enjoy making this. We hope you enjoy listening. Uh, follow us wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on YouTube. Tell your friends. Um, and take good care of your toes. And we'll see
Yes.
you next week.
All right. Au
Adios.
revoir.